Hi Anthony and Gord. Here is a quick demo of Timekeeper-Pro. It might be to just off to you so you can get a feel and see whether or not you're interested. Basically, every team in the league gets software, and whatever team is using it, the schedule is built into the software. I'm not going to get into that at the moment. You basically hit start. Wants to know a few things prior to the game being started, the structure of the game to make sure that you've got this up properly, the home roster, away roster, and starting goalie. So if you're home roster, basically you just default it to the official team list, and you can delete players that aren't there, or you can add players that are there. It's a quick way of doing it. It allows you to modify your bench staff. It allows you to figure out whether or not you got the right jersey on, that type of thing. Same thing for the away team. And it also asks you to figure out who your starting goalies are or designate who they are. So this way we can track goalie statistics, the amount of time played on goal. Then the clock is start and stop, very simple. If you'll notice here, we can start and stop the clock and adjust it a tenth of a second or a second one way, a tenth of a second or a tenth of a second backwards the other way. This allows us to keep Timekeeper-Pro in sync with the actual timekeeper that's sitting in the box running the manual system, and it makes sure that we're always in sync, and that way the data that's being forwarded to the websites is always completely accurate and exactly what's actually going on in the game. In order to be able to enter a goal, click on the away score or home score. It will pop up a list of all the players on the team. Pick a player for the goal and the assists, say save, and confirm that you've got the team. 1-0 goes up on the game. To be able to enter a penalty, click in the penalty box area for the home or the away, and what pops up is a recap for this particular stoppage in play for all penalties that have occurred. Nothing's happened yet, so if you want to enter a penalty, click anywhere on the away side or anywhere on the home side, and what pops up is a detail window. So let's say for the Hawks, the first player penalized on this particular stoppage was number 9. He got a 2-minute minor for charging. If you click on it, it basically puts it down to this list of things that have happened so far on this stoppage for the away team. Click again, you get a double. Click on it again, you get a triple. Right click on it and it takes it away. Right click again and it's gone. So now we can change it to elbowing. So let's give him an elbowing penalty and let's give him a roughing after the whistle penalty as well. Those two penalties. Return. If that's all there is so far in the game, post it to the board, and there's 4-minute minor going up to number 9. And if we take a look at the game sheet, you'll notice the ODHA game sheet. It shows you that there is a two-minute minors to number 9, one for elbowing, one for roughing after the whistle. The codes have been put in. The time that he was taken off is automatically. Let's close this. And before the play starts, let's just, for sake of argument, show you some of the animated features of Timekeeper-Pro, which is basically why we wrote this software. The home team then got an unsportsmanlike conduct. Let's say number 16 got an unsportsmanlike before the play started. We'll now notice that the double minor to number 9 and the minor to number 16 of the home team, these two offset, so 16 and 9, the first two minors offset. The roughing after the whistle penalty now becomes a time penalty to the A team, and it requires that somebody sit for 9. So if we hit the enter sitters button, 9, we have to choose somebody that was on the ice at the time of the penalty. Let's say it was number 17. So now we see that number 17 is sitting for 9. We post that to the board. 17 goes up on the board for a minor. Number 9 gets a 2-minute. His other 2-minute minor, he gets off at 15:53, which is 4 minutes after 19:53. And the coincidental penalty of the home team, number 16, he's got a 17:53 release time. So that's 17:53 plus a whistle. You'll notice that if you go to the game sheet, take a look at the ODHA game sheet again, we can see exactly all that has been recorded. We can see the fact that the goal was scored. All the things are there. There's a button up here that says post to the website. I'll demonstrate that to you now. If I hit post to the website, basically it takes the information that's on the game sheet at 1953 of this particular period, and it sends it off my game to my website. The first time you do it, it's a little bit slow. Subsequent times are fine. So let's close this. So if we were to go to my website right now, you'd be able to see a copy of the game sheet. All the information that's been recorded so far would be there. I have an alternative copy of a game sheet as well. This is a game sheet that you find at more of a look-alike and standard feel for some of the major junior hockey leagues in Canada at the moment that are utilizing a game sheet style and approach. So basically you get a list of all the score here and get a summary list of all of the penalties here. On the bottom here we can see who the goals are, and it's telling us that Martin has had 7 seconds so far in nets and Latterroot has had 7 seconds in net, no shots on goal, and I can modify that accordingly. If I say post that to the website, then that particular game sheet goes to the website as well and is viewable in that format. Let's just close out of here, continue to go. You'll notice now the automated feature shows 17 penalties ticking down. Number 9's second penalty is not started yet. If we score a goal to the home team, that means they're on a power play. This goal should disappear. This penalty over here should be adjusted because instead of getting out at 15:53, he'd get out at 2 minutes after this, so 19:43. So let's just do that. Home team gets a goal. Save it, confirm it. Penalty automatically disappears. His new out time is 17:43 plus a whistle, which is 2 minutes after this, as I mentioned. And if we start the clock 19:43 and then stop, go back and take a look at our ODHA game sheet, you'll notice that the first penalty, the roughing after the whistle time penalty, ended at 19:43, and because that's what time power play goal was scored, and it also automatically puts in the time of 19:43 his coincidental penalty. The coincidental penalty for the home team is showing. Okay, so let's post that to the website. We could automate the feature of this every time. It's just not automated at the moment. So let's close this. Let's go very quickly to the Timekeeper-Pro website. We'll take a look at game sheet results. We're currently in the Eastern Ontario Junior Hockey League. Today is June the 17th. Clarence Beavers and Winchester Hawks. The score is 1-1. If we look at the type, we can look at the league game sheet, and it brings it up in PDF format so you can see it. So let's just zoom in a little bit. It'll be a little easier for you to see. You'll be able to see all of the things that have happened in the game so far. It tells you at what time. So 19:41 of the first period. This is the result, and this is what the looks like so far. If I close this, I can also take a look at the alternate game sheet, the Timekeeper-Pro game sheet. And let me zoom out of that a little bit. So you'll be able to see all the information in a subsequent format. So just demonstrating that that part works for you. So back to Timekeeper-Pro. There's also a penalty report. It's vital to some users. Shows you shots for and against. Shots for and against right now is a configurable parameter. So on this particular button right here, configure, there are things that we can modify. Some of the things I can do is I can turn advertising off. I can count shots. I can count face-offs. And those are configurable, as I mentioned. Email updates in real time. I can create a list of players, or sorry, fans that want to be notified at the end of or every change in score. So this, with this feature on, it will automatically email those people. We also have a tenths all the time configurable parameter, so I can make it so it doesn't show tenths. And a couple other little things that are not all that important to you right now, but just to give you an idea. That's the way Timekeeper-Pro works. And number of other features, goalies, we can pull a goalie, we can add, modify, and delete a goalie. We can set timeout easily. We can switch the home and away side by clicking the AH button. So sometimes this is beneficial to be able to do this because of the way the player boxes are set up. You got a home team on the right hand side. You want to be able to switch it so the home team is on the right hand side instead of the left hand side. So hopefully that helps, gives you an idea of what Timekeeper does, shows you the automated features, and I'll chat.